Shields up, Iron Breakers. How's everybody doing today on this fine Sunday afternoon? Hopefully you guys are all doing good. I am going to be talking about Sinner Sacrifice for Redemption. So this is a new game that I ran into it yesterday as I was looking up. I was looking through my feed trying to check out what I should talk about next in these little vlogs of mine, since on vacation still. This is the only way I can get to you guys with my streams, is to actually look up some stuff that is interesting. And I thought that Sinner Sacrifice for Redemption was going to be something. Wait, I'm on the side. Oh crap! Wait a second. Why isn't this? This is weird. I guess this particular app only works like this, which is not particularly convenient, but yeah, sorry about that. Anyways, I'm gonna continue like this. It's probably gonna look really bad, but there's not a whole lot I can really do about it now. Anyway, as I was saying, Sinner Sacrifice for Redemption. So this is a very interesting title that I came across. There's a couple of interesting features that they're going for, like particularly something that I thought was very interesting was the mechanic of how you sacrifice. So instead of you leveling up in this game, you're actually going to be leveling down, meaning that when you start the game, you're going to be at the lowest level that you will be, at the highest level that you will be, and then you kind of level down as you do more and more bosses. And you guys are wondering, so what is this game about? Well, this is a game that's being made by a studio called Darkstar, and this studio is formed of ex-Ubisoft employees together with ex-Blizzard employees as well as ex-Konami employees. So that is kind of like the team that is working behind this game. And it's like the team itself is not what interests me. It's more like the visual style that the game is going for, as well as the, how should I put it, just the gameplay in general. It looks very interesting, particularly if you like Souls-like video games. So that is definitely something that should be on your radar if you guys haven't checked it out yet. I'm going to be going over the feature set here because I actually have set something up here, and I'm not sure how this is going to look like, but we're going to try it. Like, let me know in the comments if this is working. I would very much like to see the website like this. And yes, it looks like it has unlocked, so you guys should be able to see this properly aligned. This is being represented by a publishing company. At least I'm assuming these guys are a publishing company called Another Indie. You guys can see some artwork for the game here, which I will later be using this particular image as a thumbnail for this video once it processes. But there's the announcement trailer here that I would like to show to you guys. I'm not sure how this is going to work out in terms of sound though, because I think that the sound, let me actually go to media volume. I think the sound is going to be coming from the speaker, so this is not going to be perfect. But before we get there, the platforms. This game is going to be on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox. So basically the three main ones, so to speak. I mean, I'd like to see stuff like this on the Switch, particularly this one, because it looks like it's more of a bite-sized game. Look, it's going to be based more around boss fights. They're going to be focusing more on boss fights than necessarily on other things. Anyway, you guys can see here, a man without memories struggles to understand and deal with his past. Adam must face the incarnation of his greatest sins as he unlocks his memory and sacrifices to atone. But will Adam attain redemption, or will he wallow in his past? So the story, it seems, is not going to be told directly to you. So you're going to have to infer as you play through the title. And then you see here is set in a dark and forbidding realm with a twisted past and deep lore. Inspired by the Souls series, they have no beef, just like zero beef, admitting this is inspired by Souls series and Shadow of the Colossus, which is good because these are two games that I like a whole lot. So this makes me very interested. And speaking of which, I've actually been trying to get a contact for this particular studio. I need to figure out who I got to get in touch with because I want to see this, because these guys are going to be at Gamescom. So hopefully I'll be able to see this when I'm over at Gamescom and tell you guys about it. Anyway, then they say, with a dash of anime styling, Sinner promises to be a thrilling and challenging experience. It's a little bit of GIF action here. We'll actually look at the trailer. I'll play the trailer for you, even if it doesn't have any sound. I'll still play the trailer for you guys in this particular stream. Game features: engage in a dark and harrowing tale of sacrifice and redemption, master various weapons and items in your struggle against sin, battle a horde of carefully crafted bosses based on the sins of the protagonist. So I'm assuming each boss is going to somehow represent a little bit of the story, which in a way might be kind of interesting, particularly for those of us that don't like the story just being shoved right in our face. Master Sinner's hard but fair. Hard but fair. This is very key here. Very key component. And I will call these guys out on it if it's not hard but fair. Because there's a lot of games that think, oh, I'm just like Souls, and then they fuck it up real bad. So hard but fair is going to be obviously essential to the experience. Experience Sinner's unique level down gameplay as you sacrifice your strength and stats to battle sins incarnate, unlock multiple endings. So the game is also going to have multiple endings. Enjoy new game modes and replayable features. As a matter of fact, they tell you the way that you tackle the bosses is going to determine what you're going to get as endings. I think this is pretty much it. We got a couple of screenshots here. Let's see if I can actually look at this gallery style. So you have our character there. Right now, all of the footage shows the character with this sword. Looks a little bit like the flamberge that you guys have seen in Dark Souls, even though an exaggerated version of the flamberge, I guess, as well as the spear going off of the back there and a shield. You see a big ass boss. I can't really see these images very well. Oh, I can't scroll through this? Oh, that kind of sucks. Not very mobile friendly, are we? So I would have to basically go back, and our connection is not great. So instead of that, we're gonna go straight into the trailer. Again, not sure how the sound's gonna be. Let's try it out. Hey, wait a minute, give me full screen on this. Thank you. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're gonna get any sound, but you guys will get to hear my lovely voice commenting over it. Game developed by Darkstar, which is the studio I told you guys about. This looks like it's the face of the main character right there with the sword going off. Name of the game, Sinner. Sacrifice for redemption. Reminds me a little bit of Soul Sacrifice, kind of the theme of sacrificing yourself. Anyway, you guys get a feel for the art style on this trailer right here, which actually, the art style is something that looks pretty good. It looks simplistic, yet detailed enough to be pretty, it looks like it's gonna be a little bit timeless. You know, they're going for that timeless look. The road to redemption takes its toll. Now here you can clearly see there's just like heavy inspiration from Souls on whatever that thing was. Blood and Sacrifice. Here you see a little bit of a glimpse of what looks like the Tower Knight. You know, this just straight up looks like the Tower Knight, that guy in the book. And here you actually see him in real size, which again resembles the Tower Knight. Even the shield is just like straight up Tower Knight. It spells out Tower Knight. It couldn't be any more like Tower Knight if it wanted to. Now here you can see him actually chopping off the head of some monster, which again, I'm assuming that's gonna be part of the decision making in the game, that like maybe you can redeem that sin, maybe you can save that monster somehow. Maybe that's an option that you get, and depending on how you tackle it, it's going to affect your ending. But again, just looking at the artwork, looks good. The animations are looking pretty good as well. I'm sorry that we don't actually get to hear the sound. At least I'm assuming you guys can't hear the sound. But we also saw something there almost looked like a lightning spear being thrown. And then this is something that I was a little bit confused by, because they said they were going to focus most on bosses, but we've seen a couple of images there where he's fighting multiple enemies. So maybe there are a couple of enemies in between bosses. So, you know, it's looking pretty good. In my opinion, this is looking pretty good. So I'm curious to see more of it. Maybe that is a particular boss fight that constituted by multiple enemies. I don't know. But I'm very curious to see more. Now, in most of the gameplay footage that we've seen in this trailer, as well as just general gameplay footage that we've seen for the game, you always see the character with the same configuration of weapons and stuff. But I believe that I've read on a website somewhere that you are actually able to customize what your character is going to look like. Now, I'm assuming this is still not like flipped over. I don't suppose you can flip over, can you, mirror? So I'm assuming I'm gonna have to, oh snap, oops. Okay, wait, yeah, this should be good now. While you were watching the trailer, it gave you the sense of hopelessness. Yeah, I think that's what they're going for. They're going for that Souls. It feels more like Demon Souls necessarily than Dark Souls, so to speak. At least that's the feeling that's the vibe that I got from that trailer. Now, I'm sorry that I can't give you guys a better trailer breakdown, but again, my means are kind of limited. The only thing I really have is my cell phone, so this was the best that I could do. But I thought in today's stream, I would bring this game to your attention so that you guys can go check it out, because again, I'm out here on vacation and I can't do much better than this. But ultimately the game is looking pretty good, and it's going to be something that I personally am going to be checking out once I get to Gamescom. At least I'm hoping I can schedule something to check out that game once I get to Gamescom. Other than that, I kind of also wanted to bring something else which is completely unrelated to Sinner, but I figured since I'm doing a bit of a vlog here, I'd bring this subject up again because once again, here we go, but it just needs to be said. Can we be done with the fucking loot crates already? Can we be fucking done with that shit? Because I'm going through my news feed the other day and I'm looking up and I'm seeing, they're telling me about how, oh dude, Shadow of War? Yeah, Shadow of War. Middle-earth Shadow of War is gonna have these amazing microtransactions that you're gonna be able to customize your orc army with these boxes, and you're gonna be able to gain additional experiences with these amazing loot crates. And I'm just like, dude, you just killed my buzz for this game right now. You understand this? This fucking loot crate bullshit, asinine garbage needs to just fucking go away. It needs to just disappear. You know what I'm saying? Am I alone in saying this? Like, am I the only one that feels this way? Like, we have that stuff in Overwatch. We also have that stuff in Paragon, which is very frustrating for me. We have that stuff in Fortnite, I believe, also has that. Shadow of War now is going to have that as well. There was another game that people are upset that just got it, which was Pub Battlegrounds or whatever, just got microtransactions in the form of loot crates as well. And it was like, can you fucking stop? Just stop! I can't take these goddamn loot crates anymore. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I understand that this is a business, but please find some other way, any other way of monetizing that shit. Just don't give me no fucking loot crates. Like, I don't even know. Give me some kind of weird ass currency that I can then buy stuff, or I can buy currency for real money and then let me just buy the items with that currency so that at least I know what the fuck I'm getting. I'm not getting into this for gambling purposes, okay? Anyway, that's pretty much all I had to tell you guys today. In all honesty though, if you haven't checked out Sinner, what's it called? I always forget that second part. Sinner, Sacrifice for Redemption. Check that out. That is going to be something that we're going to be looking into with a little bit more depth once I get back home, where I actually have the tools to tell you guys all about that trailer, break it down frame by frame, actually look at all the gameplay that we've seen and all that stuff. But until then, that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm going to stay here, still enjoying the lovely Portuguese beach. Let me actually take you guys over here, where you guys can actually see the beautiful view that we got down here. Let me see, I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Kinda. There's like it's like a bit of a stairway, but you guys can see the blue in the back. I should be going there this afternoon as well. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Remember, if you're new here, subscribe so that you're always notified whenever I'm live streaming or whenever there's a new video. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, helps out a lot. And if you're watching it after the stream, leave me your comments, feedback, all the kinds of good stuff. Thank you guys very much, and I'll see you in the next one. If I can stop the stream, that is. I can never stop the stream.